Hey, welcome back to another video. I'm trying needle felting for the first time. I've got all these felts that came in a kit. Many different colors. I think there's 2 of each color in the little pouches. And here's the instructions, I think. I think they're instructions. They're actually just telling me how to make a specific thing, and this isn't what I want to make, so don't need these. And here's my device, my weapon of choice. A lot of needles. Needles. It's kind of on like this wooden handle. There's less needles than I expected in one of those. I thought there'd be more needles. But I got these. I'm going to be making a pig, so I'm going to need pink. And they didn't really have like the exact pink color that I wanted. I kind of had to mix. And I got these foam balls that I've had for quite a while, and they're finally coming in handy. I'm going to use this for the base to put my felt on top. And I'm going to start with just a random color because I want to build it up before I start using the pink. So I'm just using this yellow and just stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. You'd think it's really, like, it is really repetitive, but it didn't bore me. Like, I didn't get super bored, and time kind of just flew by. Like, it didn't really feel like how long it took me. And now I'm gonna start using the pink to make it a pig color. A nice light pink. Just stabbing and stabbing and stabbing to build up the body of my piggy wiggle. I'm gonna need to keep stabbing and stabbing until it's like all condensed nicely. And I was like kind of mixing 2 colors there to make a little bit of a darker but not too dark of pink, because they had like really light pinks and then really dark pinks. So I kind of mixed some of the light and the dark. Now I'm trying to make the ears, which I kind of just balled up a little bit and then started stabbing it. I kind of tried to use like a piece of felt and then stab on top of it to make the shape a little nicer, but that really didn't work, so I did this instead. And when like I took it off, I had to stab the back, and then I did the same thing for the other one. Just stabbing. The little needle is really nice for small details. And now I'm doing the other ear, which I just do the same process of making a little ball and then stabbing it until I get the shape that I want. Stabbing it, and then I'm gonna use the shears to shear it into like a nice ear shape, because without doing that it's kind of like a wonky shape, and I wanted them both to look like as similar to each other as I could. So I got both of those ears almost done. I'm just shearing them now, which these shears are really nice to use. It was actually pretty fun to use, just shearing with these, and they're very nice. It's really fun to shear. And the noise is really satisfying. My hands are not even, that's cool. And now I'm shearing the other ear. Shear them nice into the right shape that I want, and when you shear it, it gives like a nice cleaner looking. Otherwise there's like all these little fuzzy hairs hanging out of there, you know. And now I'm gonna shear the entire body so it looks nice and clean. And then I'll be attaching the ears with the tiny needle, which is nice because it was so easy to attach them. I thought it would be hard or I'd need like glue or something, but no, it was so easy to attach these. And it's pretty secure, so that's nice. And like needle felting, like it kind of, while I'm stabbing it, it just somehow just eventually just condensed down from it being all fuzzy outy. And now I'm gonna make the muzzle, which I did use the little felt thing for a little base. This one it worked because I didn't need to see both sides. The other one I didn't think ahead, and since you have to see both sides of the ear, it didn't work. But with this, I'm needle felting it into the thing, so you don't need to see both sides. It's gonna be a slightly darker pink than the body. Now I'm just seeing like where I want to place them on the pig's body, and then I'm gonna attach them on, which was such an easy process. Just stabbing more and stabbing until it just connected. Just like, it's like you just stab and stab, and then eventually it's just on there. It was very enjoyable, kind of mindless. I was just stabbing and stabbing. That's basically all it is. So it is pretty repetitive, but still very, very fun. And once I get this nose thingy on, then I'll start putting the ears on. Pretty time consuming. Like, I think this took me about an hour and 45 minutes, which I guess isn't that long, but I'm just making one little pig and I had a base. Now I'm adding the nostrils on. Nostrils. And now I'll be adding the ears, which will make it actually start looking like a pig, which is good, because that's what I'm going for, a pig. The small needle works very nicely for attaching items. Definitely wouldn't use the big needles. I feel like it would like not work very well. It's pretty cool that they had those instructions in there, but like I didn't want to make the same exact thing as they had, so I kind of just, they didn't really tell me how to set anything up. I guess it's pretty straightforward. But the needle, the small needle, it was like inside of the thing, and I had to take it out somehow, and then there was this random tool that I didn't even know what it did, but it was actually to help get the needle out. So I feel like the instructions could have told me that, and then I wouldn't have to have thought so hard of what I was trying to do. But it's not a hard thing to understand. So I didn't need any tutorials or anything. You kind of just stab it. That's basically it until you have the shape that you want. You just stab and stab. There's a lot of like glaring that the pig almost looks white, but it is pink. I can assure you that it is pink. The ears are nice and attached. And then I can start adding the face details, which will make it even more unique. But it looks like a pig. It's so cute. I wanted a couple like darker pink patches, so that's what I'm doing. I wanted one around the eye, so I just need a darker pink and then stab it onto the places I want, again with the small needle, just until I have the amount of color that I want there. It really condensed into a small amount. Like a little doesn't go that long of a way. Especially making the body, I'm so glad I had those foam balls, because that would have had to use so much felt, and I don't have that much I kind of just had whatever was in the kit. But then I did get like this really big ball of pink. I can't remember what it's called. It's not felt. It's wool. That's what it is. Yeah, a huge, like it almost looks like a yarn thing of just felt. Just in pink. Which I can use for doing bases, or I can use for making pink things. Now I'm making the legs, which were actually really easy to make. Pretty simple, just make a little, like roll a little log, and then you just start stabbing it until it's the thickness that I wanted. And I stabbed the back a little bit, because when you take it out of the little thing, it has like all these loose ends that were like stabbed into the foam backing that it has. I thought about trying like a flat painting. People call it wool painting. I was thinking about doing that, but I kind of wanted to make a little figure, a little 3D little guy. Which I'm glad that I did, because I think it turned out really nicely. Now I attached all the legs and gave it hooves. Now I just kind of had the eyeballs and the little tail to do. So now I just balled up a little bit of black yarn, it's not yarn, it's wool. And then started stabbing it in the direction of the shape that I want the eye to look. So a little tiny round, which was so much easier than I thought. I thought I maybe had to use like a little bit of felt, but no, it was really easy to form that into a tiny circle. And I just needed to do it one more time for the other eye. So basically you just form circles, and then I use my shears again to shear it and make it look nice and clean. Definitely nice to have shears. I didn't expect it to come with this actually, but it did, so that's nice. And then I added the other eye, and now I'm starting on the nostrils. Wow. At the beginning it kind of looks like this pig had nasty nostril hairs. But just the same process as the eyes, just making a little oval of wool and then stabbing it into place how I wanted. I ended up stabbing it in the wrong places, and then I had to go back with pink because I stabbed it too much and I didn't have it the right shape that I wanted. Which, pretty easy fix, just need to go over it with the same pink for the nose. So pretty easy to fix that. Just kept on stabbing. Then I got the other nose done.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.